What's up, everybody? For this video, it's called Exponential Growth in the Community, Part 2. So in Part 1, I went over a lot of traders that inspired me. Their hard work and effort led to exponential growth, and 7 months ago, I showed where they were. So today, we're going to be just looking at where they were and where they're at now. Kind of with this crazy market, we've all made some good progress just following kind of our own process, our own paths, and you can see how everybody's kind of grown. And I'm not really doing this to compare each other to ourselves or to make it competitive or anything like that. It's just to show people what's possible. And when you put in enough time or let enough time pass and put in the work as well, it can lead to exponential growth. And that's a special part about trading, is you can really ramp up your profits in a way that's just not possible in other fields. So let's jump into it. Shout out to Kellogg for basically telling me I should make an update video. It didn't even occur to me, yeah, that would be a cool idea. So shout out to him, and let's just jump right into it. So got Monaco. We were profit LY twins for a while. Like, our charts looked almost exactly the same for a while. This is where he was at when I made the last video. He was at 157,000. He was ramping up, looking real good. Well, let's look at where he's at today. Oh, he's at almost 1.5 million. I mean, look at that progress. In 7 months, he's ramped to 1.5. I mean, look at that. That's impressive stuff, man. Good job. I mean, this is just insane. He's definitely pushed size. He's really gone for it, and for good reason. The market is some of the best conditions ever, and he can push the size because the market's liquid enough, and it's just very impressive to see how he's managed, scaling up while also avoiding big red days and controlling his losses. So very, very impressive. Now, Bryce. Bryce is a fun one. It's fun for me because I included him in the first video just based on the fact that he gave me a feeling of, you can just look at somebody, and when they have a certain level of work ethic, you can just say to yourself, that person has potential to make it big. And he gave me that feeling. And so that's why I included him in the first video. And back when I made the video, he was sitting at 1.8K. So $1,800 is where he was at. And, I know he had traded for a couple years before this as well, so kind of at break even or slightly down. The point is, I could, when you put in the work, when you work for years and you start to uptrend and you have a good work ethic, that is all you need, and then special things can happen. So he has grown from $1,800 7 months ago. He's at $404,000 right now. $404,000. Man, what a great job. What a great job. Just such a success story, and well deserved. He's a very, very hard worker, and I'm blown away by it, honestly. Very, very cool to see. Of course, we got Kyle Williams. I mean, so he was at, 290,000, and really, his chart was awesome back when I made that first video. Just ramping, you can tell he's pushing size and growing as a trader, and then just continued to push it, and he's at 1.3 million. Just incredible growth, and just an incredible exponential growth chart. I mean, look at this. It's just so cool to see, like, all of our charts look similar in a certain way, as far as a lot of struggle in the beginning, I said this before, but you got to put in the years to just get the knowledge and experience to make exponential growth possible. So I think a realistic time frame for if you want to become a trader, I think a realistic time frame is 3 or 4 years for it to really get going. People quit too soon, or they trade so recklessly that they kind of take themselves out of the game before they get enough experience to really make it happen. So if you're newer, trade small or paper trade until you can get in the experience to bring in the profits. If you trade recklessly, you might blow up all of your capital, and you might have to quit trading before you reach the level where you start to make money. So again, just for people that didn't see the first video, it takes time. Look at all of our charts. It took us years of grinding to really make this possible. Okay, and yeah, like running into a very hot market was fortunate. Okay, but either way, we all would have had some level of growth. Not this much, obviously, but the point is, you got to prepare, you got to get ready, and that's what trading is all about. You prepare, you get in the experience, you put in the time, and then when the market does get hot, you take advantage of it. And then you slow down and adjust when things change. It's constant adjustment, and that's what it's all about. We put in the work to be prepared for if a hot market came, and it did come. And this is why we all got rewarded, because we all put in the work. Got Jack Kellogg, it's just sitting at, he's sitting at like 600,000 in July of 2020, and yeah, he's just sitting at like 5.3 million. Man, I mean, what is there to even say about this? This dude has pushed the limits. I mean, you see something like this, it's like, oh, that's possible. Oh, okay, maybe I need to push myself a little more. Yeah, because it's just really inspiring stuff, to see somebody to grow like this. I mean, this is what happens when you work insanely hard and you push the limits of scaling and pushing yourself to be the best that you can be, to optimize yourself, like just staying in your lane, doing your process, and optimizing your own process as hard as you can. And this is what Jack has done. And I mean, yeah, words can't really describe this. This is just very special, very talented, obviously, very talented trader, just incredible. Very cool to see this chart. The growth here is just so impressive. Yeah, so cool. Wow. I remember when I made the first video, I think he was at like 600 and I was at probably like 150, something like that. I was just thinking if I could ever get to over 500k, that would be cool, and it's like everybody has just grown so much. It's just, I mean, I expected we would all continue uptrending, but to explode like this, I don't know. It feels like a dream. It's just very, very crazy. We got John Papa, he's been a grinder. Him and I started around the same time, and yeah, I remember talking to him back during the dark ages when we didn't have anything to show for our hard work. I'd message him. I'd like probably just annoy him, honestly. I'd blow up his messages about ideas and stuff. Whatever. We were just grinding. And then after a few years, the uptrend begins, and I was just saying it's pretty cool. He was at 150,000 or so, and 7 months later, I mean, he's really kind of honed in on his process. I know he's doing a lot of experimenting, and he's really kind of zoned in on his process recently, and you can see that he went on a huge upswing. And what's more significant than just the upswing is the consistency behind it. That's very important and something that everybody should strive for. Just consistency, as far as he's not going on big downswings. He's just kind of consistently uptrending, and that's great. That's what you want, because if you want to make it as a career trader, living a relatively low stress lifestyle, and can be confident that you'll always, have the money to support yourself and your friends and your family, you want to find consistency in your process so that there's no pressure that you're going to go on a huge, huge downswing or huge 50% dip on your capital or anything insane that could cause you to lose yourself. Or you get the point. It's just much better when you can be consistent. Alright, and then there's me. Yeah, so back in July, I was going on a heavy upswing. I was around 180. And then 7 months later, I'm sitting at 763. So, yeah, I mean, I've tried to push myself, and I feel like I have. I have a lot of work to do with executions, but I've definitely been pushing my size. And that's really what I've been trying to do is push my size, stay consistent, and over time I want to get better at executing my exits better. So there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that I have to still do. It's almost like an endless process of optimization. So there's so much that I can still optimize about my process and my trading. I have so much more work to do, but that's what makes this fun. That's what drives me, is the fact that there's endless opportunity to get better, and it's just incredible. I'm sitting here. I was thinking it would be a dream to get to 500k, and I'm at 763. It's like, wow. Yeah, what else do you even say? This is a dream, and to compare myself to other people, right? I like to look at other people's growth to see what's possible. But obviously, you gotta stay in your own lane. You gotta follow your own process, and just try your best. Show up and do your best every day. Don't get too hard on yourself if somebody's doing better, because there's always going to be somebody doing worse. So just do your best, and you can see I put in the years. Okay, I put in the years of barely anything to show for my work. It's like almost 3 or 4 years here. I had barely anything to show for my hard work and effort. So the people that make it in trading, they don't get discouraged by the profits or the lack of profits. They just keep showing up. They just keep putting in the work, and they have the belief in themselves that one day it'll come together. And that's kind of what we all had in common, is just the belief that one day we will make it happen. We will succeed. We will get to the level that we want to get to, but we have to put in the work, and we gotta show up every day. And yeah, so pretty incredible stuff. I guess that'll do it for this video. Not a whole lot to really say. I just wanted to show the charts and show how every single one of us, we have similar charts. Obviously, the profits are much different for some people, like Jack, who is insane. Yeah, but look at the charts. They're all going exponential. Bryce is probably my favorite. Bryce is my favorite chart, I think. Yeah, 1800, $1,800 to 400K. It definitely got to be one of my favorite charts here. This is incredible, actually. I mean, 1.4. He's like basically outperformed me by like 2x, which is insane. Inspiring, really. To me, I got to push my game a little more. Definitely not Profit LY Twins anymore. He's far surpassed me, and it's very impressive. Look at that, so cool. No, but just and yeah, I mean the list goes on. I could talk about a bunch of people. I'm sure everybody out there. You know who you are. If you're putting in the work, if you're grinding, if you're growing, you know who you are. So shout out to you. And yeah, guys, let's just keep doing it. Let's keep working hard. Let's keep growing. And if you're not growing, if you're struggling, that's okay. Okay, we all struggled for years, but you got to also make the adjustments. So if you're bleeding money, make the adjustment. Maybe paper trade for a while. Just do what's necessary to stay in the game. That's what I always say. Do what's necessary to keep playing the game. Don't knock yourself out. So if you're bleeding money, stop. Stop bleeding money. Okay? That's the most important thing. Just don't knock yourself out of the game. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Maybe in 7 months I'll make another update to exponential growth, and who knows. I would be interested to see, because if the market slows down, I would be interested to see how we all react to that and how we all adjust to that, and to kind of see if things slow down or just who does the best in the next 7 months. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Alright, see ya.